Okay, hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, Math Made Easy with Terry in 10 minutes. Okay, so this is going to be a follow-up video to the last video, and there in the last video we talked about binomial expansion with negative and fractional powers. Okay, so please review the previous video before proceeding here. Okay, because we're going to just dive straight in now and solve examples. Okay, and also review the formula and the 3 rules. I gave 3 rules that it has to be 1. If it's not 1, you have to factorize, and if you factorize, and depending if it was 1 from the start point, you use the the formula I gave there with 1 plus something, 1 plus bx raised to power n. But if there was no 1, then you have to use the a plus bx raised to power n. So basically it's the same thing, but you just factorize before you open the bracket. So let's say we have a question that says write the first 4 terms. So we're looking for the first 4 terms. We're looking for the first 4 terms of square root of 1 plus 8x, for instance. So 1 plus 8x, I can rewrite it again as 1 plus 8x raised to the power half. So you can see from the first rule, this has already been sorted already. So that means it's similar to the formula that we need to use of 1 plus bx raised to the power n. So if you go back to the screenshot I told you to take in the last video, then we just apply the formula. So that means this is 1 bxn. So we're going to apply the formula. And if you can remember, I told you that the formula for this is going to be for 1 plus bx raised to the power n. I said it's equal to 1 plus n, right? I told you n, then bx plus, I think n minus 1. Does that make sense? Then I now told you it's going to be bx raised to the power 2 factorial. Does that make sense? Plus n minus 1, n minus 2, bx all raised to the power 3 divided by 3 factorial all the way to infinity, right? So we're going to do the same thing here. All right, we're going to do the same thing here. So we're going to do the same thing. So the first thing you do, so that means just basically look at the formula and just replace everything as we have here. So 1 bx, sorry, it's not bx, it's going to be 8x, right? 1 8x raised to the power n will be equal to 1 plus, sorry, raised to the power half, sorry, not n, half, okay? So raised to the power half is going to be 1. Our n is half, right? So it's going to be 1 over 2. Where's our bx? Our bx here is 8x plus. We're looking for the first 4 terms, so this is the second term. The next one is going to be n. What's our n? Our n is half, into brackets, 1 over 2 minus 1. What is our bx? Our bx is 8x raised to the power 2 divided by 2 factorial plus n is 1 over 2, 1 over 2 minus 1, 1 over 2 minus 2, 8x raised to the power 3 divided by what? 3 factorial. We have to stop here because we're told they need only the first 4 terms, right? So you now open the bracket now. So it will be 1 plus. If you want to open the bracket for each of them, you can do it, okay? Or you can try to simplify. So let's first simplify a bit first before we go. X plus is going to be 1 over 2, right? It's going to be 1 over 2. Half minus 1 is going to give you minus half divided by 2 factorial, 8x raised to the power 2, okay? Plus 1 over 2 minus half. Then half minus 2 is going to give you minus 3 over 2 divided by 3 factorial, 8x cubed. So when you press your calculator, 1, this is going to give you 4x. When you press your calculator with all this and you simplify, it's going to give, because this is 1 over 2 minus times 1 over 2 is going to give you 1 over 4 times 2 factorial is going to give you 8. Plus this is going to give you 8x squared plus, when you simplify all this as well, you press it in your calculator, divide by 3 factorial, multiply by 8 cubed times x cubed, and that will give you 32x cubed. And that's how you answer. So the hardest part is this part. The other part is just basic arithmetic. Is that okay? Let me pick one more example. Yeah, I think I have some seconds. So I can just put in one more example here. So let's say we're told to write the first 4 terms, okay? The first 4 terms for, we have 1 over 4 plus 3x squared, okay? 4 plus 3x squared. So what do? 4 plus 3x squared. Then it means that we can rewrite this again as 4 plus 3x raised to the power minus 2, okay? Now, but you can see that the first term in this case here is not 1. So that means this is similar to the a plus bx raised to the power n I gave in the previous video, okay? I remember in the previous video, I told you that the first thing to do is to make sure you factorize. So let's factorize this and see what we get. So this is going to give you the same thing as saying, I'm going to put it like this. Same thing as saying into brackets 4 plus 3x is power minus 2, okay? Then what will I do? I'm going to get 4 out. So it's going to be 4 into brackets 1 plus, it's going to be 3 over 4x is power minus 2, okay? Then what will I do? Because it's minus 2, I'm going to open the bracket. So it's going to give me 4 raised to power minus 2 multiplied by 1 plus 3 over 4x raised to power what? Minus 2. Okay, so that means I'm having 4 raised to power minus 2 times 1 plus 3 over 4x to minus 2. So like I said, I'm going to open this bracket, this one, using a normal binomial expansion formula. So I'm going to have the same thing. It's going to be 4 raised to power minus 2. So remember the formula? So this is remember it's A. I showed you in the previous slide. So we have it as 1 plus nbx and all this, right? So it's going to be 1 plus n. My n is minus 2. What is my bx? My bx is going to be 3 over 4. Okay? Plus my n minus 2. Remember, it's n minus 1. Is that making sense? So it's going to be minus 2 minus 1. My bx is 3 over 4x raised to the power 2 divided by what? 2 factorial. Is this making sense? So the first thing you have to do is you have to do it. So you just see the formula, you don't do anything, and n minus 1 bx squared raised to the power divided by 2 factorial. The next step as well, you do the same thing, then plus, how many steps I'm looking at here is 4, okay? So it's going to be minus 2 minus 2 minus 1 minus 2 minus 2, 3 over 4x cubed, 3 factorial. Then we have 4 minus 2. As usual, you have to simplify. When you simplify all this, it's going to give you 1 plus. It's going to give you minus because of this minus. So I can just go straight and put up minus here. So it's going to give you minus. And that should give you 3 over 2x when you simplify that. When you press your calculator and simplify all this, it should give you 3 times 3 over 4x squared. So that means this is minus 2 minus 1 will give you minus 3. Minus 3 times minus 2 will give you minus 6. Minus 6 divided by 2 factorial will give you 3. It's going to give you 3. Then we have 3 over 4 squared, okay, x squared, okay. Then all this is still going to give you minus. When you simplify all the numbers there, it should give you 4. Then I'm going to give you, break this 3/4 x cubed down. I'm going to give you 3/4 cube x cubed. Okay? Then further simplify it further. So it's going to give you 4 minus 2 into bracket 1 minus, we have 3/2x. Now, when you simplify 3 times 3/4 squared, it should give you 27 over what? 16. So this part, you just need to press your calculator. Then the same thing here. When you multiply 4 times 3/4 cubed with your calculator, you should get minus 27 over 16x cubed. Now, remember that 4 raised to power minus 2 is the same thing as saying 1. Remember, 4 raised to power minus 2 is the same thing as saying 1/4 squared, which is the same thing as 1/16. So that means I can cancel this 4 raised to power minus 2 and I put 1/16. Then the next thing is that I then have to open the bracket. So 1/16 times 1 will give me 1/16. 1/16 times minus 3/2 should give me minus 3/32x when you press your calculator. 1/16 times 27/16 should give me plus 27 over 256x squared. And 1/16 times minus 27/16 you give me minus 27 over 256x squared. Okay, and that will be the end of the first 4 terms for this question. All right, so the first example I solved, it was just basically when it's 1, okay? The second example was a case in point when it is not 1, but you have to factorize first, solve as normal, then you open the bracket. All right. And that will bring me to the end for binomial expansion. So the next video I'll be uploading will be on partial fractions. And like I said, if you have any topic you want me to talk about, put it in the comment section. I'm going to make a video about it and upload it. So if you subscribe, you can get a notification when I upload new videos. All right. Thank you very much. And I will see you in the next video when I talk about partial fractions. All right.